Hello guys, welcome back. I have a little bit of a new setup here. I'll be working with this for a little while and getting it all put together, but for right now this is how it is and it might change a little bit. If there's noise in the background, that's because there's people working in our backyard and I'm not going to stop that and I need to get this done, so it's just going to have to be that way, so I apologize. Welcome if you're new here. If you're new here, I love all things nail polish. I also love things home, makeup, plants, lots of different things. I do a lot of different things on my Instagram page and you can check me out on @gopolished. I have another review for you guys today. I'm going to talk about the Essie summer collection for 2021, and this is a limited edition collection. These polishes are available right now at Beyond Polish. I have a coupon code as always. It's GOLARI10. You can use that at checkout for a discount, and I appreciate you shopping there. That is an affiliate link, just so you guys know. Okay, so there's 6 shades in the collection. There's a mix of cream and shimmer and metallic glitter, and the formulas are a mix of like acrylyish and shimmery too. And the creams are kind of a acrylyish formula, which I really like, which makes them kind of fun and squishy and juicy. Let's talk about each one individually. The first one I have is Tangerine Tease, and this is a mid-tone orange. It's a beautiful orange shade. It is a little bit acrylyish. I think it's going to take you 2 to 3 coats for full opacity, but it builds up really nice, and like I said, it gives you that kind of squishy finish that I really love. And I liked this one a lot. I like these kind of oranges in summer. This was probably one of my favorites from the collection. I will have more comparisons for this one later on because I just filmed the comparisons for the Olive in June collection, and they had an orange in there too, so you'll see that in my next review that's coming up. Anyway, I like this one quite a bit. The formula is really good. I compared it to No Tan Lines, which had more yellow in it, so I couldn't find anything that was exactly the same. Soak Up the Sun was a little bit more of a coral shade, and then Souls on Fire by Essie, of course, is a really bright, kind of a neon orange, which they came out with a few years ago, which I totally love. I love that polish. The formula's a little bit interesting on it, but I still love it. It's so fun and bright to wear in summer. But I like these kind of oranges for summer too, so I think you guys are gonna like this one, and let's get into those comparisons. This next one is Fillin' Just Lime, and I love this lime green. It's actually really fun. It's got that same kind of acrylyish formula. It's got a good formula. I think it's maybe a touch runny. I had a few problems with it flooding my cuticle, but just be a little careful with application. You want to really try to apply your nail polish without getting it on your cuticles, because that's just going to make it look so much more professional, and cleanup will be a lot easier and faster. Not super runny, but just slightly runny, but I think overall it had a good formula. It's a little bit acrylyish. It's going to take probably 1 to 2 coats to be fully opaque, and I think I did 2 for the picture swatch. It's closest to OPI I'm So Swamped, but that one's maybe a touch darker, so they're not exactly the same. Mojito Madness by Essie has a little bit more of a blue and is a little bit more creamy and more muted than this one. You Are So Out of Lime from OPI is a brighter lime green. So those are the lime greens that I had that I compared it to, just so you guys know. So I really didn't have anything that was exactly the same as this one as well. I did find it to be quite unique. I don't have all the greens, so sometimes I'm wrong and I don't have all the colors, but there might be something close to this, but nothing in my collection that I have is close to this one, so it's quite unique. Both this one and the orange are bright, but they're definitely not like neon, so they're not going to have that semi-matte finish when they dry, but as always I like to add a top coat. And let's get into those comparisons. This next one is Pucker Up, and it's this beautiful kind of pinky coral shade with this kind of pink to orange iridescent shimmer in there. It's really beautiful. I don't really love shimmers, as you guys know, but I like this one quite a bit, and I think it's fun for summer, and I always love these kind of pink shimmery colors on my toes, and so I think I will pull this one out. It's got a really good formula. It's going to be opaque in 1 to 2 coats. I think a lot of you are really going to like this one because it is quite unique. I feel like No Shade Here from Essie is kind of the same color tone as this one, so if you love that one, you're really gonna like this one. Of course, that one doesn't have shimmer like this one does, but the color tone is pretty close. It reminded me a lot of OPI Hotter Than You Pink, just the color base of it, but of course that one by OPI has more of a purple to blue iridescent shimmer, and so it's a little bit different. So I just put that comparison in there so you guys could see that one too. Telenovela Me About It by Essie has a cooler tone than this one, but I just compared it to that one so you guys could see, but I really did feel like this one's quite unique. I also compared it to 15 Minutes of Flame by OPI. That one just came out in their spring collection, I believe. And that one has more of berry undertones and this one has more peachy tones next to it. So while they are kind of similar, the color tone's a little bit different, and I'll share those comparisons with you guys now. Okay, this next one is Juicy Details, and it's this beautiful mid-tone blue. I love these kind of blues. They're some of my favorites to wear, especially during summer. They always take me back to that really fun polish that I really liked called Pacific Blue by Sally Hansen. I did not compare it to that. That one definitely has more navy and more purple, but that was like the first time I wore a dark blue and I just fell in love, and so now ever since, I really love to wear blue once in a while during the summertime, and I think a lot of you are going to really enjoy this one. It has a beautiful formula. It's a little bit glossy. It's going to be opaque in 1 to 2 coats, and it's just perfect. I really like this one a lot. This is kind of the saving grace of this collection, I think, in my opinion. It's an interesting collection with a lot of different interesting shades, but I think this one's really a standout from it. I do want to say about this blue that I do think it has a potential to stain. I was swatching it and took it off. It did kind of stain my skin a little bit, and that always makes me a little bit nervous. My nails don't tend to stain too bad, or it doesn't last very long if it does, but if you're prone to having your nails stain and it lasts and stays for a long time, I might steer clear of this. But the best thing to do is always wear a base coat when you're wearing a blue polish, especially just because there's always going to be a little bit of discolorization just because the pigments are so high in these blue polishes and these really dark colors, and so that's what I would suggest for that. I compared it to Strut Your Stuff, and that one's a little bit lighter. I also compared it to Hide and Go Chic, and that one is maybe a little bit murkier and darker, and then Super Tropicalophagistic. You guys know which one I'm talking about, by OPI. I love that shade. It's pretty close. I think that one's maybe a shade darker, so I'll let you guys see that in the comparison. So it might not be super unique, but it wasn't exact to anything that I had. And you'll see in my Olive and June review, I did a comparison for it to the new Olive and June polish too, so you'll see that there. But let's get into the comparisons that I have now. And then we have Zest Has Yet to Come. And this one's really interesting. It's kind of like a yellow polish with a yellow gold iridescent shift in it. So it's kind of more yellow than it is gold, which is kind of unique and cool. I don't have anything like this. The formula is really great. It's going to be opaque in like 1 to 2 coats. And it almost reminds me of like a pineapple shade. So that's what really made me think of it, especially when I saw the little Essie video about this collection. How it's just summery and there's oranges and juicy details and all the things that go along with summer. It just thought, oh, this kind of reminds me of pineapple a little bit. So I want to call it a pineapple shade. That makes me feel a little better just because summer, I don't necessarily reach for gold too often. It was unique. I don't know, it might be fun on my toes. I do kind of like to wear different golds on my toes once in a while, so I might pull this out. It's a little bit different. I can't say I was like overjoyed looking at it the first time that I saw it. Let me know what you guys think about this one, because I obviously don't always just follow the trends. I just know what I like, and whether that's on trend or not, I don't know, but I don't love this one especially. Okay, so as far as comparisons go, I compared it to Susie Singing Mezcal and this Gold Slays Me and Dazzling Dewdrop, and you'll see those comparisons, but they're all kind of along the same line but different. So let's get into those comparisons. This next one is Get Your Groove On, and it's this coppery gold. So it's a gold shade, it's packed with glitter. So it's like gold glitter, and then it's got this coppery shift. And so It's kind of cool and unique. It's definitely a little bit more coppery than other things that I have. I love the name because it kind of goes along with other Essie polishes they have that are gold, like Getting Groovy. Love that polish so much. That's like my favorite gold ever. I use it a lot at Christmas time. I can see me using this one at Christmas time too. It's maybe a little more of a yellow gold than I prefer. I kind of like the cooler tone golds, or silvery leaning golds. So it's got a really fantastic formula and it goes on so beautifully. It's very glittery. If you love glitter and you love gold, then this is your jam. I compared it to Can't Stop Her in Copper, and that's a little bit more textured, so it's a little bit different. Caught on Tape and Million Mile Hues. I can't read my writing, but you'll see the comparisons. They're all a little bit different, so I'll let you check that out from my picture. Okay, so that's all the polishes. Let me know what you guys think about this collection. What are your thoughts? I wasn't like wowed by it. I just want to be wowed again by Essie. It's been a little while for me. I always seem to find one or two that I really love from the collections, but I never really love the collection as a whole this last maybe year and a half or so. So I don't know. We'll see what they come up with for fall. I just feel like maybe I'm just not on with the trends. I don't know. Are you guys loving this one? If I had to pick two favorites, it would probably be these two. So Tangerine Tease and Juicy Details. So those are my favorites from this collection. I can't say that I was super excited about this collection. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this review, and I'll see you next time. I think I have Olive and June summer collection coming up next, and then I should have OPI following that. So thanks for watching. We'll see you guys. Bye.